Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Amtul Wahab, lecturer in Commerce, Contract Faculty in Commerce from Indira Priyadashini Government Degree College for Women, Nandali, Hyderabad. Today again I am discussing panel accounts. Earlier we have discussed a panel account from journal entries, accounting process, meaning of panel account, how many accounts are involved in panel account, trading account, profit and loss account, and balance sheet, their performance we have seen. Here also somewhat extension will be there. And first we will discuss about the objectives of panel accounts. First introduction. This is a key topic in the OCR specification. The accounting principles papers. A question will be asked require you to prepare a trading account, profit and loss account, and balance sheet. This brings together much of the work in the accounting principle unit. Use the vertical form of presentation. Objectives of final account. Final account refers to the various accounts and statement that provides information related to the progress of the business. These are prepared from the trial balance. They provide the following information: profit earned or loss suffered by the business during a particular accounting period, financial position of the business. For this topic, you need to know how the following are dealt with in the final account: depreciation, prepayment and accrual, bad debts and provision, discount, loan, interest, drawings. So, what is depreciation? The amount of depreciation for the financial year must be shown in the profit and loss account as expense. The fixed assets must be shown in the balance sheet at the net book value. The cost of the asset less the accumulated depreciation to date equal the net book value. See, depreciation, as we are telling, the reduced value of asset is known as depreciation. So depreciation, why we will calculate depreciation? To know the actual cost of the uh, a- to know the actual cost of the asset, the value of the asset, so that the actual cost only value only we should write in our records, in our accounting books. And the depreciation amount we will deduct from, we will show it as expenses in profit and loss account debit side, and that same amount we will keep aside for repurchasing of the asset. As the accumulated depreciation fund we will utilize for purchasing of new asset in future when the old asset will scrap, will the old assets value will life will end up. Cost of motor van. Suppose here we have example. Cost of motor van is 6,000. Provision for depreciation van is 15,000. Depreciation policy, we are following reducing balance method. Profit and loss account extract depreciation motor van 45,000 into 20% equal to 9,000. So in balance sheet we have to write 60,000. Cost cost of depreciation is 60,000, and from that we are deducting 15,000 and 9,000. So it is coming 24,000. 60,000 minus 24,000 equal to 36,000 is the net book value of a van. So we in balance sheet we will show the actual amount of the asset, value of the asset. Next is prepayment and accrual. You will be required to adjust the trial balance figure for prepaid amount and accrual are amount owing. Prepaid amount are assets and must be debit balances in the ledgers. Prepaid amount must be shown in the balance sheet at the year end as current assets. The amount shown in the trial balance plus prepaid amount at the start minus prepaid amount at the end. The expenses for the profit and loss account for the year. It is very important to revise the work covered earlier on adjustment. So adjustment is nothing but trial balance. When we are preparing trial balance, after preparation of trial balance, if any transaction is occur, that transactions we will write in adjustment or vice versa. So that the transactions will have the adjustment transactions will have two effects. First effect will be maybe in trading account, the second effect will be in profit and loss account. As in some cases, the first effect will be in trading account, the second effect will be in balance sheet, or in first effect will be in profit and loss account, the second effect will be in balance sheet. According to nature of the item, type of the item, the effect will be of twice. For example, closing stock. If the closing stock is coming in adjustment, so first we will write closing stock in trading account credit side by closing stock, and the same closing stock amount we will write in balance sheet asset side. And suppose we have a depreciation we will write in profit and loss account debit side, and asset side from assets, from particular asset we will deduct this depreciation. So we will see prepayment and accrual. Prepayment and accrual matlab we have prepaid. If prepaid amounts are there, yani before time only we have deducted. So from particular, suppose we have prepaid insurance, so from profit and loss account prepaid insurance we will deduct, and same prepaid insurance amount we will write in assets side. Making adjustment when the note in the additional information affects an account in the trial balance, it is a good idea to mark the value in the trial balance with a cross or show the adjustment amount. The items that are crossed or marked should be ticked as they are dealt with. If any item are not ticked, this should act as a warning that the item must be dealt with in the panel account. It is vital to work through questions on this topic from OCR past papers and use the mark scheme to see how marks are. This is the trial balance. Trial balance. What is a trial balance? It is an internal document. It is the listing of all documents with their relative balances. It provides a check on accuracy by showing whether total debit equal to total credit. In trial balance, it is in statement form. In statement form, one column will be for serial number, particular, debit and credit. So in particular, they will write all the items, though it is liabilities, are assets, are expenses, are income, whatever it may be. All items will be listed out. Then their balances will be, in debit side we will write all the assets and expenses. In credit side we will note all incomes and liabilities. Then the total of debit and credit should be tally. If a trial balance total is not tallying means we have some kind of arithmetical accuracy. Not, we have some kind of problem in our calculations. So the balance will be transferred to a temporary account. It is called suspense account. And again, we will check that balance where we are um, doing wrong, so that our mistake will be rectified. A list of all accounts with balances at the end of the accounting period after all transactions have generalized and posted. Purpose to determine that debit equal to credit, to identify account to be adjusted. A list of all a listing of all accounts with balances at the end of the accounting period after all transactions have generalized and posted to posted the to determine that debit equal to credit. Next, preparing the trial balance. The purpose of the trial balance is to help check an accuracy of posting by providing whether the total debit equal the total credit. And next is to establish a convenient summary of balances in all accounts for the preparation of formal financial statement. With the help of trial balance only, we can prepare our final account. Without trial balance, we are unable to. It is so much difficult and somewhat difficult for preparation of final account, as we need all ledgers total in our final accounts. What is the total of all balancing figure of all ledgers account? What are the due? What is the closing balance? All these things will be available in trial balance. So we need trial balance for preparation of our financial statements. Preparing the trial balance. The trial balance is usually prepared with the balance sheet account first, followed by the income statement account. An example of a trial balance is account number. We have account number 100, 130, 202, 300. Account title, we have debit amount, credit amount. So debit amount is 5 lakhs, the credit amount is 5 lakhs. So these two amounts should be equal. We have amount of cash, merchandise inventory, note payable, paid in capital, etc. Locating the trial balance error. Note that a trial balance may balance even when errors were made in recording or posting. A transactions may be recorded as different amount in two different accounts. A transaction may be recorded in a wrong account. In both situations, the total debit will still equal total credit on the trial balance. Debit equal to credit. Financial statement. The financial statement are a picture of the company in financial term. Each financial statement relates to a specific date or covers a particular period. Information reported on the financial statement. When we want to know how well did the company perform or operate during the period, our answer will be we will see all the revenues and all the direct expenses. What is the gross profit or gross loss? With the trading account, we can know the company's performance, how they are operating in a particular period. Next, if we want to know how the company is performing or operating during the period, uh, profit and loss account, the result of profit and loss account, gross profit or gross profit, indirect expenses, net income, net loss. With these help also, with these items also, we can know the performance of a company. What is the company's financial position at the end of the period? And the answer is assets equal to liabilities plus owner's equity. And financial statement will be balance sheet. With the help of balance sheet, we can know the financial position of a company. And next, how much cash did the company generate and spend during the period? Operating cash flows, investing cash flows, financing cash flows, increasing or decreasing cash flows. These are the ingredient. These are the items which can show the effects of cash. So statement of cash flow will show all these items. Income statement. The income statement reports the company's revenue, expenses, and net income or net loss for the period. Introduction to the income statement. The income statement is a financial tool that provides information about a company's past performance, what they did in the last period of 12 months. That is, the result of 12 months will shown by the income statement. Are they getting profit? Are they getting loss? The income statement. If revenue are more compared to expenses, we will get net income. Or if the expenses are more, revenues are less, then we will get net loss. Income statement format: sales minus cost of goods sold equal to our gross profit. Here we have sales revenue. From sales revenue, if we are deducting cost of goods sold, then we will get gross profit. From this, if we are deducting selling expenses and administration expenses, so the result will be operating expenses. This operating income. The operating income, here we should add other revenue and gains, and whatever the items, other expenses and losses we have to deduct. Income statement. Revenue is the proceed that comes from sales to customer. Cost of goods sold is an expense that reflects the cost of the product or goods that generates revenue. Gross margin, also called gross profit, this is revenue minus cost of goods sold. Operating expenses, any expense that does not fit under cost of goods sold, such as administration and marketing expenses. Net income before interest and tax. Net income before taking interest and income tax expenses into account. Interest expenses, the payment made on the company's outstanding debt. Income tax expenses, the amount payable to government. Net income, the final profit after deducting all expenses and revenues. The income statement can be divided into trading account and profit and loss account. Trading account and profit and loss account, both accounts are in nature of nominal account. Debit all expenses and losses, credit on income and gains. In debit side, we have to write all the expenses and losses. In credit side, we have to write all the gains and incomes. The accounting terms revenue. Revenue are inflows are other enhancement of assets to an entity. The result from delivering or producing goods, rendering services, or other activities that constitute the entity's major or central operations. Expenses are outflows or other using of assets. The result from delivering or producing goods, rendering services, or other activities that constitute the entity's major or central operations. The accounting terms gross profit or gross margin, excess of sale revenue over the cost of inventory that was sold is known as gross profit. If if the cost of sold inventory is more and sales proceed is less, then we will get gross loss. Operating expenses, a group of recurring expenses that pertain to a firm's routine operations are known as operating expenses. Operating income, operating profit less gross profit less all operating expenses. Other revenue and expenses are items not directly related to the main operation of a firm. The accounting term net income, the remainder after all expenses, including income tax, have been deducted from revenue, often seen as the bottom line. Net loss, the excess of expenses over revenue. This is the income statement, Daniel Company income statement for the year ended June 30th, 2002. So if sales are there, sales is 98,600. From sales, we are deducting expenses, wages, rent, carriage, depreciation, 45,800, 12,000, 6,500, 5,000. The total is coming to 69,300. From 98,600, if we are deducting 69,300, we are getting net income of rupees 29,300. This is nothing but indirectly accounting cycle. The summary, how we will show our financial statement. First, original evidences records that should be recorded in accounting record books, accounting books, and at the end we will prepare financial statement. So here, this is the source. Original evidence, records, etc. are the source of document. Next, accounting records. We will start from here, like journal entries, Next, preparation, passing of journal entries, posting to ledgers account, preparation of trial balance. Next, closing entries. Next, with the help of this trial balance, we will prepare our profit and loss account, trading account, and balance sheet. And if we need the help of balance sheet and profit and loss account, we will prepare our statement of cash flow. This is the summary of our accounting books or financial books, the accounting cycle. Accounts and statements comprising final accounts. Final accounts with respect to a particular business are trading profit and loss account, balance sheet. Trading account and profit and loss account are together known as income statement. Income statements are the final summary of the account that affect the profit and loss position of the business. It shows the overall result of purchases and selling of goods. It includes all the direct expenses incurred in the uh, trading account. It shows the overall result of purchasing and selling of goods. It includes all the direct expenses incurred in the business. It provides gross profit earned by the business. It if total sales is greater than total purchases, it provides gross loss suffered by the business. If total sales is less than total purchases. Format of trading account. This is the format of trading account. So trading account, we will write trading account of a particular person for the period ended 31st something we will write. This is debit side, this is credit side. Particular amount, particular to opening stock, to purchases, less purchase return, wages, customs and import duty, carriage expenses, royalty, manufacturing expenses, packing expenses. This is the total. This side we will write all sales, less sales return, next to closing stock. If that credit side balance is small, we will get profit to gross profit transferred to profit and loss account. Like this, we will write. If credit debit balances are more compared to credit side, so here we will get by loss, gross loss transferred to profit and loss account. Items on debit side of trading account. Opening stock, it refers to the total cost of goods left unsold at the beginning of the current accounting period. Next, we will write purchase. It refers to the total cost of goods purchased both in cash and credit. In case of purchase returns, first net purchases is computed by deducting purchase return from purchases, and the result is then debited to the trading account. Wages, it refers to the amount paid to the workers for manufacturing, loading and unloading of goods. Custom and import duty, it refers to the amount paid as custom and import duty when the goods are purchased from outside the country. Carriage expenses, it refers to the direct expenses that are incurred while transferring the purchased goods from vendor to the factory. These expenses are also known as freight in, carriage in, or cartage. Royalty, it refers to the amount paid to the owner for using its right. Manufacturing expenses, it refers to the expenses spent on gas, electricity, water, and fuel, which are required to run the factory. Packing expenses, it refers to the amount spent in packing the purchased goods to bring them to the factory. Closing stock, it refers to the total cost of the goods that are left unsold at the end of the accounting period. Sales, it refers to the total cost of goods sold both in cash and credit. In cash, in case of sales return, First, the net sale is computed by deducting the sales return from total sales, and the result is then credited to the trading account. Now, profit and loss account. Profit and loss account shows all incomes and indirect expenses related to business. Indirect expenses include those expenses such as administrative expenses, selling and distribution expenses that are required for the operation of business. Profit and loss account provide net profit earned or net loss suffered by the business. The format of profit and loss account is first heading we have to write profit and loss account for of Mr. X for the period ending. We have to write next debit side, credit side, particulars amount. If gross loss is there, we have to write to gross loss brought down. If gross profit was there, we have to write by gross profit brought down. Salaries, rent, commission, advertisement, bad debts, discount. Gross next interest received, commission received, discount received. If suppose we have more credit balance, then we will get a balance here. Net profit transferred to capital account. If we have more profit, more balance in debit side, we will get balance this side. Net loss transferred to capital account. Gross loss is transferred from the trading account. Salaries is refers to the amount paid to the employees as their salaries. Interest paid is refers to the amount paid as interest on loan. Commission paid, amount paid as commission to the agents. Trade expenses, the amount spent on various numbers of small but important expenses related to the business. Printing and stationery, it refers to the amount spent on printing of bill, invoices, registers, files, and letterheads. Advertisement, it refers to the amount spent for attracting customers to buy the product. Bad debts, it refers to the amount which is not paid by the debtors to whom the goods were sold on credit. Discount, it refers to the amount which is reduced from the list price of goods. Gross profit is transferred from the trading account. Interest received and commission received. The amount received as interest on investment and commission earned by the business for giving business to others. Manufacturing account. It is a special account which is prepared only when the business is engaged in manufacturing of goods. It provides the cost of goods manufactured during a given accounting period. In case of manufacturers, the manufacturing account should be prepared prior to preparation of trading account and profit and loss account. The format of manufacturing account. We have to write heading manufacturing account of Mr. X for the period ended. Next debit side, credit side, particulars amount. First, the item will be work in progress, opening balance. Next, raw material consumed, opening balance. Add purchases of raw material, less closing stock of raw material, direct wages, and two factory overheads. Here, by progress closing balance, sale of, sale of scrap, cost of production of finished goods. Next is balance sheet. It is a financial statement that states the financial position of a business. It lists the assets and liabilities of a business on a particular date. The assets and liabilities on a balance sheet are listed in either of the following two orders: liquidity order or permanency order. Introduction to balance sheet. The balance sheet is the financial tool that focuses on the present condition of a business. How our business is. The assets are more and liabilities are less, or what? The format of balance sheet. The balance sheet, we will write balance sheet as on your left side we will write liabilities, and right side we will write assets. Liabilities, bank overdraft, outstanding expenses, bills payable, sundry creditors, long-term loans, capital. Asset side, cash in hand, cash at bank, prepaid expenses, bills receivable, sundry debtors, closing stock, raw material, work in progress, finished goods, plant and machinery. The total should be equal liabilities and assets. Those transactions which relate to the accounting period for which financial statements are being prepared but are not included in trial balance because these transactions have not yet been recorded in the books of accounts are called adjustments. In addition to it, those transactions which have been recorded in the books of accounts but they do not relate to the accounting period for which accounts are being prepared are also called adjustments. When they are preparing the accounts at the time the transactions will not happen or they are unable to enter the transactions in a record. The leftover transactions we will write as adjustment. So the list of important adjustment first will be the closing stock. So there will be a adjustment for closing stock. When closing stock is there in adjustment, first we will write all the adjustment will have two effects. Twice we have to write in our final account. So closing stock first we will have to write in trading account credit side, and second we have to write in asset side balance sheet asset side we have to write. Next, outstanding expenses. Outstanding expenses will come, maybe it will be a direct expenses or indirect expenses. So if it is direct expenses we have to write in trading account debit side, and the other will second effect will come in liability side. And if these are the indirect expenses, so first we have to write in profit and loss account, and second effect will be in liabilities. Next, prepaid expenses should be deducted from profit and loss account, and again we have to write in asset side. Next, accrued income means it is nothing but outstanding. The income is about to come, so it will come in credit side of profit and loss account. We have to add to particular item, and again it will come in asset side. Next, income received in advance. Income received in advance should be deducted from a particular amount, particular item, specific item, and from credit side of profit and loss account. And the second effect will be we have to write in liability side. Next, depreciation. Depreciation should be debited in profit and loss account. And the second effect will be from asset side, balance sheet asset side. From particular asset, we have to deduct this depreciation amount. Interest on capital should be debited to profit and loss account. And interest on capital, first effect will be should be debited to profit and loss account, and second effect we have to add interest on capital to capital. Next, interest on drawings will come in credit side of profit and loss account. And the second effect, we should add the interest on drawings to drawings, and total drawings and interest on drawings should be deducted from capital amount. Bad debts to be written off. The bad debts to be written off should be debited to profit and loss account. And second effect, in asset side balance sheet, we have to deduct it from sundry debtors. Provision for bad debts. Provision for bad debts, will we have two types of provision for bad debts: old bad debts and new bad debts. If the provision for the old bad debts is there, we should write that old bad debts in credit side of a profit and loss account. And provision for doubtful debts new is there, that should be debited to profit and loss account, and should be deducted from sundry debtors asset side balance sheet, asset side from sundry debtors. Next, provision for discount on debtors. This provision, discount on debtors, we have to calculate discount, and the same discount amount should be debited to profit and loss account and should be deducted from debtors. Goods withdrawn for domestic use. This is nothing but as a drawing, so this should be deducted from purchases, and we have to deduct from capital as drawings. Goods used in business, free sample, charity, are gifts. This is also these expenses, also these goods also we have to write in debit side of, we should deduct from purchases, and we should debit it to profit and loss account. Goods sent on sale or approval basis. So these are the list of important items. They need adjustments because these items will, they don't have effects in their accounts. That is the reason their effect will be twice in final account, because in final account all the totals of all the ledgers balancing figure that we are taking in our final account, if that adjustment entries are not recorded in our ledger accounts, so we are writing twice here, as the amount, we have to write twice, debit side and credit side of two accounts. If we are writing closing stock in credit side of the credit side of the trading account, in the same way we are writing in asset side also. So whenever we are making any adjustment, the adjustment effect will be of two types. And we have so many things to write in our final account. In final account, sometimes we will prepare profit and loss appropriate account also. In profit and loss appropriate account is extension to profit and loss account. We will call it as profit and loss appropriate account to profit and loss adjustment account also. Profit and loss adjustment account or appropriate account, we will prepare the balance of profit and loss account. If you are getting profit or loss, whatever it may be, that we will transfer to profit and loss adjustment account. And the same amount, from that same amount, if any interest we are getting from interest on loan, we are getting, if we are getting uh, interest on bank deposit or anything, so those things should be written in profit and loss adjustment account. And the thing is, suppose we are paying any interest on bank loan or interest on debenture holders, if we are paying dividend to equity shareholders, preference shareholders, provision for tax, if we are making, or we are paying income tax or any tax, so that all items will come in profit and loss adjustment account. And if we are giving any interest on capital to partners, our salaries to partners, interest on drawings. Those items will also we will write in profit and loss adjustment account. So this is the extension of a profit and loss account. In partnership, we used to prepare the profit and loss account. Whatever amount we are getting from profit and loss account, we will prepare from profit and loss account. We will prepare profit and loss adjustment account. Reason of preparing that adjustment account is that is what the additional transactions which are related to inside persons are the payments of inside persons or corporate bodies. That transactions we will write in profit and loss adjustment account. And the profit whatever is left over in profit and loss adjustment account, again the profit, again they will divide among the partners, and again they will prepare profit and loss, sorry, again they will prepare their partners capital account. From partners capital account, again they will revise their capital, like opening capital they'll take, profits they will take, any income, any interest on capital they are getting, interest on salary they are getting, income in interest on drawings they are getting, any salary they are getting, any commission they are getting, like that again they will revise their capital accounts. And and then whatever the balance is coming in their profit and loss, sorry, in their capital account, that balance they will transfer to balance sheet. Again they will prepare their revised balance sheet in partnership. In partnership, we have lots of things. So according to nature of concern, nature of business, they will prepare their financial statement. Sometimes if it is needed, then only they will prepare their profit and loss adjustment account. If it is not needed, they won't prepare their profit and loss adjustment account. Like we have bank final account in bank, insurance company we have, bank account we have. So their statements are different, they have their own schedules. But here we have statements, we have tabular form, we have statement form. So in before we used to write all the accounts in tabular form. Now it is mandatory for us to follow the Companies Act revised rule. We have schedules, we have formats of statement. That format of statement only company final account we have. That format only we have to follow in our accountancy. Um, uh, in final account, one item is there. Uh, Bad debts, provision for bad debts, disk provision for doubtful debts or whatever it may be. So here we will get some sort of confusion. Usually, bad debts means the amount which we won't recover from the person is known as bad debt. In future, because because of such persons, in future we will face some problem for thinking of that matter for our convertism, our concept of convertism, we will follow this concept. For that we will have some sort of amount that we will keep aside. This is known as provision for bad debt. So provision for bad debts, in account in our trial balance, we, if the provision for sorry, provision for bad debts is given in trial balance, it is known as old provision. If the provision for bad debts is given in adjustment, it is known as new provision. So our normal method is when old provision of doubtful debts or bad debt is given, that old should be written in the credit side and new should be written in debit side of profit and loss account. Or otherwise, if both are given, what we will do, first we will see old is more or new is more. If new is more, then in debit side only, from new to, we will deduct old balance. This is our one method. If old amount is more, then What we will do, we will write in credit side, and from credit side we will deduct our old balance. And whenever we have bad debts, that bad debts also we have to write separately and should be debited to profit and loss account. When but confusion will come when there is a percentage is given, bad debt percentage is given, a bad debt amount is given, and provision percentage is given for new. So what we have to do on sending data, first we have to deduct if suppose bad debt is given and provision percentage is given and new provision is also given. So what we need to do means new provision we should write credit side of profit and loss account, and over provision we have to write credit side of profit and loss account. New provision, for new provision from debtors, first we have to deduct bad debt, then whatever the balance is left over, suppose I have 45,500. On 45,500, bad debts are 500. I am deducting that 500 bad debts. Now my balance is 45,000. So on 45,000, I have to calculate my provision. Suppose provision is 5%. By 5% matlab it will come to 2,250. So in that way we need to calculate our provision. So 500 I have to write debit side, 2,250 I have to write debit side, and in balance sheet asset side from debtors I should deduct 500 and 2,250 also I have to deduct. So in panel account, usually we used to face problem and difficulties for students in provision for bad debts only. So thank you. Thank you.